Good day everyone, my name is Najiema Alamada. The topic was assigned to me is all about Teduray tribe. We can know the history, culture, and traditions of Teduray tribe. The history of Teduray. The word Teduray came from the words Tedu, meaning a person, and Teduray referring to a bamboo with a hook and a live fishing instrument. Thus, Teduray means a person with a hook. Coincidentally, the ancestors of the Teduray were fishermen. The ancestry of the Teduray originated from the legend of the first man and woman wherein Minadin, a deity, used a piece of mud and made the earth. The earth he made was no bigger than a tifaya or a winnower. Then he placed the earth inside the kerarafue or rice storage. The first man was as big a finger. After some times, the earth began to grow and so did man until he became as big as they are to this day. Geographically, the Teduray classify themselves as Tew, Rotor, or mountain people, Tew Dogot, or coastal people, Teutran, or those who live within and near the town center. The ancestral domain of the Teduray are in Sultan Kudarat, specifically in barangays Pamantingan, Marges, Ligodon, Salumping, and Ilian in the municipality of Esperanza and in a portion of barangay in the municipality of Isulan. In Maguindanao naman, their domain is in Barangay Tubak, Ampatuan. Governance of Teduray. Fagilidan leader or Kefuduan is the tribal leader of chieftain of the Teduray. He is knowledgeable of the customary laws or ukit, traditions, practices, and peace-building mechanism. Hence, they are the arbiters of conflicts or dispute of tuwayan within a Teduray community. There can be two or more Kefeduan in a fenuo or village. The Timuay are keepers of records and cases of the Teduray community. They may be a Kefeduan, but not all Kefeduans are Tinuays. Samfeton is the missionary or messenger of the Kefeduan or Timuays, a village leader which is equivalent to sitio leader and the one who formulate village policies in called minted ing. Those acting as legislators are the pinakalukus, kuyog fasandalan are the members of the tribal police. Their task is to secure the peace and order of the Fenoo. The Bandara will execute the death sentences of the Kefeduan. The Timfaden is the rescuer or liberator of person sentenced to death on the ground, that he may halt the sentence by paying the penalties, not the act, complain. The Fentalian head the women and represent them in tribal meetings. They are usually the wives or daughter of Kefeduan or Timuays, while the Manganguda heads the youth sectors of the Teduray. Gaya nga ng aking nabasa or nakita nyo, Fagidilan or Kefeduan ang tawag sa kanilang leader, na ang pwedeng maging isang leader ay may alam sa kanilang mga batas, ukit, tradition, practices, at peace-building mechanism. Proceed to the livelihood of Teduray. The majority of the Teduray depend on farming as their main source of livelihood. They plant rice, corn, sweet potato, coconut, vegetables, and other roots crops. Some sell firewood and charcoal. The Teduray also weave baskets and bags out of nito or native bamboo. Before the area is cleared, a ritual is performed for the god of the forest, Minuvutiduk. Timanan is the practices reflective of an indigenous communal farming wherein all members of the community equally share the harvest. Fishing and hunting are their other source of livelihood during dry season. Sir or fishing is usually done during dry season in the upland, streams, and creeks. Hook and line, small nets, kongo, or a basket snare with cone-shaped mouth and used for fishing, using bolos, skite, spears, bows and arrows, dogs, and other traditional hunting techniques. They hunt for wild pigs, deer, and other wild animal within their hunting ground. Ang mga ikinabubuhay ng mga Teduray people ay ang pagsasaka tulad ng palay, gaya ng nabanggit ko kanina, mais, kamote, niyog, at ang kahoy, at pag-uuling. Bago sila magtanim ay ginagawa nila ang kanilang ritual sa Diyos ng kagubatan. Gumagawa din ang mga ito ng mga basket na gawa sa kawayan. Ikinabubuhay din nila ang pangingisda at paghahunting ng mga hayop na gamit ng pangingisda ay net, kongo, basket, snare, and cone-shaped mouth. Sa paghahunting naman ng mga hayop ay they are using bolos, spears, bows, arrows, at aso at iba pang traditional techniques na kanilang ginagamit. Let's proceed naman sa shelter of Teduray. Teduray house is usually made of light material. Its post is made of round wood and the roof is made of coconut grass. Their house is elevated from the ground. Makikita natin sa picture na gawa ang kanilang bahay sa mga light material gaya na lang ng kawayan at coconut grass. Noting of Teduray, today the Teduray wear their attires only during special occasions such as festival and gatherings. Feneless is a body fit blouse, full bodies fastened at the neck with a decorative bottom and a tight inset belt worn by women paired with tawi or skirt, a tubular sarong. Pleated and usually secured around the waist with a ledget, a multiple-stranded belt made of bracer beads. The Teduray also like adornment, such as timagi, a necklace made of a gold and silver in between beads and bronze bells, called bangkiao or an ono. Ono is a Teduray necklace usually worn on special occasions such as weddings and festivals. Tisingkling are earrings made of beads and brass with several chains-like pieces with singkil, glang, or anklets made of brass. They also have rinti worn off each leg and bracelet worn from the wrist up to about an inch below the elbow. Kegel is the upper dress worn by Teduray men, paired with seruar, pants or short, with ules or banana. They also bring kimagi or kris or sword. Sa ngayon, ang mga Teduray ay ginagamit na nila ang kanilang traditional clothing tuwing may occasion or gatherings at dahil na din sa pagbabago ng panahon, ang tawag sa kasuotan ng mga kababaihan ay frenelesis na fit sa katawan at may mga accessories sa liig at sa mga paa na ang tawag ay kimagi at sa bewang. Ang tawag sa kanilang skirt naman ay tawi or tubular sarong. Ang tawag sa kanilang necklace na gawa sa gold at silver in between beads and bronze bell ay bangkiao or uno. Sinusuot lang nila ito kapag may special occasion tulad ng kasal at festival. Gawa naman sa gising kulang ang kanilang earrings na gawa sa beads and brass, same sa kanilang anklets. Kegal is the upper dress worn by Teduray men paired with seruar, pants or short with ules or bandana. They also bring kimagi or kris or sword. Sa Teduray arts and craft naman, the Teduray have not developed the arts of traditional cloth weaving, metal craft, and pottery but excel in basketry. They are in fact one of the most accomplished basket weaving groups among the country's cultural communities. In recent times, many traditional patterns and design is Teduray basketry have incorporated contemporary adoptions, even varying from the ethnic style because of the market. Nevertheless, even in modern design, the Teduray skills in traditional basketry shows as evidenced by the evenness of executions and the symmetry of shapes. Before being split for webbing, the bamboo material is first smoked black. These black net strips of the bamboo are then combined with unsmoked, uncolored strips of natural bamboo in a wave pattern that can have multiple variation. Gaya na nang nabasa ko, ang mga Teduray people at hindi lang sila na-develop ang kanilang mga traditional na damit, metal craft and pottery. Pero mas nag-excel sila sa paggawa ng mga baskets, hindi lang mapa-modern or traditional. In fact, ito ay isa sa mga accomplishment na nagawa nila among the country's cultural communities. Kahit na modern na ang kanilang mga gawa, ay hindi pa din nalilimutan ang mga sinauna nilang gawa at napakaganda at napakatibay ng kanilang mga baskets, bags, hat at iba pang mga ang kanilang mga gawa. Sa ritual naman tayo, sa Simagi Fad, this is a ritual performed to welcome a visitors and pray for good health and good relationship. This is also some to strengthen relationship among the community members and relatives. Ang Simagi Fad ay ginagawa nila ito kapag may mga bisita at isa ito sa mga paraan upang mag-pray for good health at relationship na magpapalakas at magpapatibay sa kanilang samahan. Sa Meguyaya naman, the Meguyaya is a Thanksgiving festival that celebrate as the offering to thank Tulus, the Great Spirit, for all the blessing bestowed to them and at a time renew vows for another year. It is also a good avenue for the mothers in scouting a future partner for their sons. Dito naman ay ginagawa nila ito or ginaselebrate. Ito naman ay as a offering of Sa Maguyaya naman ay Thanksgiving Festival or rituals na ginagawa or sineselebrate nila ito as offering to Tulos o the Great Spirit tuwing year para sa kanilang blessing. Musical instruments, kulintang musical instruments of Teduray, which is uniquely made from wood, is commonly used during festival. They also play kubing, a mouth harp made of bamboo. Nakikita natin sa picture na kulinta na gawa sa kahoy, pero iba-iba ang kanilang tunog nito. Hindi kagaya sa ibang tribe gaya ng Maguindanao na ang kanilang gamit ay kulintang na gawa sa metal. Ginagamit din nila ang kubing na gawa sa kawayan. The planting start is observed during the month of December to January. The period for upland farming, farmers will only start to farm if the planting star is visible to a venuo where the first rice field to be planted. The spiritual leader performed the ritual planting prayers assisted by 4 fintelans at the bagong tuda or center of the farm. After the rituals, the pale seeds are distributed to the women planters with a spokesman giving a signal to start planting. In the courtship and marriage among the Teduray, the parental wish is obeyed. The mother of the man leads the search for the kenogon. Even the maternal grandparent help in this endeavor by calling on relatives to find a suitable wife. With a careful study of the woman's background, the man's party then sent out a spokesman to meet the former's parents and relatives and duly offer the teasing a contract for marriage. Tudong Sumbakan or baptismal. This is officiated by the community chiefs and assisted by 2 pairs of kifiduans and fintelans spokesmen for both grandparents. If the child is a boy, the maternal grandparents prepare the food. The paternal grandparents give a pair of dilek, sundang, and 100 pesos, which other assorted valuables tamok item to the officiating chieftain through the spokesman for the child to sit on. If the child is a girl, the paternal grandparents give a pair of kimagi, gold necklace, dress, sutra muot, 100 plus of sinuratan and sukup ulio plates. This tamok is called ensaran, which serve as the point of reference to the amount of plaza or bantingan being asked for the marriage of the child. Sa burial or timlogon, the Tidurays observe the 7 days of prayers and offering before and until the interment. On the burial day, before the cadaver is finally brought to the cemetery, the wife or husband and the child pay the last respect to the dead by going around the coffin in 7 times. Sa kanilang ethics naman ay merong tinatawag na adat or their behavioral custom is simply put that treat other with respect. It is expected that everybody will always consider the feeling of other around him. If one failed to do so, he is burdened with the responsibility or sala. For the consequences, the one wrong then has a justifiable reason to retaliate, bunal, or katotohanan. If one has a bunal on a fellow Tidray, he is to plead his case to the legal authority or the kedafawan who will then try to make peace between both parties involved. It is successful, the offending party will need to offer a gift of settlement. If not, the issue will most likely end in bono, an organized killing party set to eliminate kindred of each side. And that's all. Thank you.